You were telling me how I worry about comments too much.
Yeah, you and all your friends.
Like I'm trying to
too.
explain. So for those of you who don't know, I said it like a douchebag, as if you guys should all know. But I have a YouTube channel, and Jason has a YouTube channel, and people comment on these YouTube channels, and a lot of people have different opinions about different things. People get offended about things that other people don't. And there's a lot of comments, and I take I read them all, and I make sure to get everyone's opinion. And Jason just doesn't understand that. He's like, they're your videos. Why should you be, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, you had a joke today. It was a joke about white guilt. And I thought it was really funny. And it ended up you really didn't need it. But still, and my argument was Bill Burr doesn't fucking care if he's going to offend a couple of people with a joke that he likes.
And then my argument was Bill Burr is a comedian, and we're social influencers. We're people where people get connected to us in a way where we're basically friends with these people watching us, because they're in our life.
But they're not in your life at all.
I know.
You're so wrong.
But it's not but Bill Burr puts on a performance, puts on an act. We put our lives out there. Do you know what I mean?
But you go to dinner with somebody.
So that's why a comment means so much to me, because it's not someone criticizing
Bill Burr puts his whole life out there.
No. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying a comment means a lot to me, is because it's my act is based on those comments. I don't know if that makes sense.
Your act is based on the comments. What are you trying to say?
If the comment section turns on me one day, that's going to reflect in my job, because people aren't going to watch me.
No, it won't. You've made 300 videos, and you've earned a place in their lives, and one thing that you say, people will forgive you. I'm just saying I take comments to heart, and I know you. So wrong. It's completely wrong. You're not a comedian. You're not standing by your material.
Okay, listen. My favorite part about you, Jason, is
my feet.
No, not your feet. Is you're totally who gives a crap about comments? You already know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, it's funny.
Where a year ago, it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, on Vine, a girl left this. He told me the story 6 months ago. A girl left a really brutal message to him. Not even a really brutal message, just a message making fun of him, saying he's not funny.
No, it was brutal.
And Jason reached out to her family, to this little girl's family, and he was like, "Hey, look at what your daughter's doing on here."
This is a low moment in my life.
What the? And you got your personal assistant at the time.
No, I got my unemployed friend in New York.
To track this person down.
He wasn't busy that day.
How old was this girl?
I probably under 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told this story on the podcast, I think, but I'll tell it again. Just basically, yeah, we called we found her dad's work, and we called, and they knew right away that, she was a problem child, and then she called and apologized. She didn't call, she messaged me and apologized.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
I get to use my favorite word right now, and you have the audacity to talk about how I should have a problem with comments.
But seriously, don't you think you should just not care what people say? A couple of people?
Yes, but when
especially a 12-year-old that has been maybe fed a 12-year-old who's still forming their opinion and has probably been fed some stuff that
that's super
that doesn't really understand. And you say they're your friends. So let's say you go out to dinner with your friends. I'm not. David makes a joke that David thinks is funny, and someone at that table is annoyed with you or whatever. Then okay, well, they're annoyed with you, and you'll talk it out.
I don't mean that they're my friends per se. I'm just saying that it's almost that type of relationship. How people watching our videos are so much more involved within our life than a guy putting up a stand-up show. It's just, that's how it is. I post 3 times a week, and I film every single day of my life. I'm pretty involved. They're pretty involved with my life. They know everything that's going on.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I still think that
I still think that you're a pussy.
I still think that you're a royal cunt. No, but
that has nothing to do with it.
But I got into that with Andrea, and I get into that with. She was reading comments on my page that they don't like Andrea. It was a couple people said they don't like her.
It's just because
you're all so. You're also into what people are saying about you who don't even know you.
Because we're also 20 years old, and it bothers us.
Well, grow the fuck up. Stop fucking saying everything's low key and you're woke.
You're 44. You're 44 years old right now.
Yeah, I am right now. 44 years old. What the fuck of it, David?
Give us a break.
No, give me a break and stop caring about comments. Like, these are people you don't know that you're taking their advice from a 13-year-old. You go into group chats and ask people what they think. Who gives a fuck what they think? Who gives a fuck? They're 15. Like, if you like the joke, keep the joke. Sure, show it to Liza, show it to me, show it to Scotty, get an opinion, but like, it just makes me nuts.
Like, I mean,
who cares? Who cares what people think about you?
Your old grandpa's coming out.
I am old grandpa, and you're fucking young idiot douche.
Okay, all right, enough about that because Jason's wrong and I'm right.